Well, of course, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports. And a pleasure it is to have you. They're warming up here at Autoclub. They're going to have some fun here, running some dang old high lines, some dang old low lines. They're going to run everywhere across this track, 2 and 3 wide. It's going to be absolutely a thrill to see. We are live on a couple of different Facebook pages. You're going to see the National Motorsport Simulation Association. We are gracious enough to be a part of their Facebook page, being able to live stream there as well, and of course on Signature Esports Facebook page, and not only that, but we're live on YouTube on Signature Esports YouTube channel. No longer streaming on Twitch for the time being until they change what they're doing. They've got some issues over there that I don't agree with, so we're gonna stick to Facebook and YouTube for the time being because that's kind of where I feel comfortable, and you guys have been absolutely amazing over here. So give us a like, give us a follow, and let's build this community up. Hopefully we can bring our followers over from that area. Kip Easley says let's go, and George out there giving us a good old hello to us all. As they're going to start loading in, we're going to look at the starting grid here. Little flickering going on right there. New update came out today, so hopefully some of that will be all fixed as the race starts to get into the way. These guys are going to be loading in here, and we talk about the starting grid. Omega Leaf CBD is going to be the starting grid sponsor, and it's not the Cars series. It is the Truck series. They had to duplicate an overlay because for some reason the other one got deleted. I don't know what in the world happened. Well, not deleted, it reset back to factory. So that is kind of what you're looking at right there. They can take and, fix all that stuff. I can do that in 2 shakes of lamb's tail. Here's that. There's that. And then we click apply. There it is. Truck series. It's not the Car series. Chris McLean's going to be your pole sitter here at the Auto Club 200, and Thomas Light's going to be the outside pole sitter, the 98 Hammer Down Motorsports driver's going to have teammate in third. Zachary Taylor, the number 14, is going to be there in that Ford F-150. Ryan McDuffie is going to be the outside row number 2, number 49 IJD Motorsports. He's going to be having some fun there in row number 2. Garrett Brown, the number 10, is going to be there with Richard Swaley in the 38. Jonathan Bell back in the mix, the number 70. Moving and grooving. Good to see that driver back out there. Chris Shoemaker's going to be the outside of him. Austin Shoemaker, the number 9, is going to be there in the number 15. And Phil Locke in the number 1. That's going to make up row number 5. Chris Bedwell and company, he's going to be there with Wyatt Brackett. Moving on down the grid, 2-mile track here for these guys. Nick Gardner is going to be there in the number 16. Mike Watson, the 84. That's going to make up row number 7. Brad Fulham, my man George Williams. We'll have the George Williams report coming up here in just a moment with Race Pass Motorsports. Number 40 is going to be there in row number 8. James Conkle, Kip Easley, who was out there shouting it out. They're going to make up row number 9. Daniel Holdcroft at number 31 is going to have Joseph Mahar, the 85, there in row number 10. Brad Williams, Harvey Shanks, row number 11, Wesley Burchett, and David Harden is going to make up row number 12. Moving on down, Wesley, we talked about him. David Harden, we talked about him. How about Andrew Milletta, the 97? He's going to be there with Mr. Dustin Reeves in the number 6. Brad Lee, Outlaw iRacing, with Blake Debonette's going to make up row number 14. David Moore, Todd Kirkwood, that's row number 15. Evan Bushbasher's out there, Tony Edrington, and a good old Clint Leatherwood. I believe he's going to be the fantastic race control today. So good to see you guys out there. SignatureEsports.com, click the shop button, buy a t-shirt, because, that's what it is. Put it out there, folks. I had some shirts returned to me. I think I might have done something wrong with my shipping labels, but, those are the things that I do sometimes, and I do them wrong. Pace truck's going to lead them around 2 miles in late track temperature, 97 degrees, 72-degree air temperature, 54% humidity, partly cloudy skies with a 13-mile-an-hour blustery wind out there. Fontana's where they're at. Can you believe it? This big old oval track's going to be huge for them to run. It's going to be fast. Even the trucks, it's going to be super awesome to see. Draft is going to be very important here. We're going to take a look at the George Williams report right before they get ready to go. Stage 1, 25 laps. Stage 2, 50 laps, 100 laps total of what they're going to run. 4 sets of tires, 3 tire changes. And obviously, you're going to have to at least pit a couple of times here. You know, fuel run's going to be a whole lot of fun. Hopefully, everybody had a happy Easter. I think George was telling me that as well. So awesome to see that. And a big old happy birthday to George's boy out there. Aiden's turning 12 years old, so congratulations to him to almost making it to young adulthood. And put your caution predictions out there. I'd love to see them. And we're going to get ready to go. Caution predictions will get you a t-shirt from Signature Esports. That does not include the stage cautions. Green from Fred the Barney Flagman here at Auto Club. The 5 of McLean has a good jump, but he's got a whole lot of company in the form of everybody behind him. Everybody. They're already 2 and 3 wide. Look at him run. Corner exit. A little bit loose for the 98. He drops down to the bottom. He stays green. Everybody's rolling through it. Moving and grooving. That was Thomas Light in the 98. There's the 33 and the 16. They're making moves. Thomas Light, he was right there in the mix. I think he getting loose right there might have proven just a little bit of a problem for him, but he'll get back in the swing of things. We're going to see it. McLean lead him around lap 1. And they are running 187 miles an hour in these trucks. Man, they're just screaming. McDuffie, Ryan McDuffie there in number 49. Snap on a little racing paint scheme. He's got that trucks theme rolling. I tell you what, iRacing did something with the Cup cars. I believe it happened today in the new contingency packs. You're not able to run. Ooh, little blink going on right there. A little outside. Maybe trying to clear himself. 14 does slip down in front. Had to second guess it there for a second. Not sure what happened there. Drops down below. 49's going to go high. 14's down underneath his teammate Highline running for the number 5. You can run the Highline here, and you can run it just as fast. 3 wide. How about almost 4 wide? 3 wide for the lead. Jonathan Bell picking up the 14. Comes down to, I think, almost blocked there a little bit. McDuffie into second. Chris McLean out front. 14 tries to drop low. How long are you going to be able to hold on to the inside lane? These guys are running as fast as they can. Jonathan Bell, fastest lap of the race by almost half a second over the field. 41.59 for the driver. And he might be in the draft, but I tell you what, something there is cooking for the number 70. He is up 4 spots from where he started. Able to drive around and be able to continue to compete. 5,200 I rating for the driver. 5,211. That's the driving skill right there. Highest I rating in the field, actually, in the truck series. Chris McLean, 3,000 I rating. Your race leader, Zachary Taylor, 21.31 for him. Inside line sometimes works for a little while, but gonna have to disrupt the draft somehow from some of these drivers, because there's no way to really pull away as long as you're in the draft. The 5 of McLean drops down. He's going to try to take over the lead. He slips in front of the 70. They're going to be 3 wide on the backstretch. And they are separating, but I tell you what, 2 teammates side by side on the top. The 70 down low. 14's going to drift right there in front of the 5. It's going to have to side draft into the 70. Front stretch, tri-oval, high line a little bit faster. Looks like Taylor's going to lead this lap. He's going to slide in front of the 70. Pulls the draft, pulls a little bit in front of him. Trying to dictate where the traffic goes. That's going to be a big factor here. How do you make it work? 70 trying to slide up in front of the 14. Inside line run's going to work for him, but the high line is faster for the drivers. And so that corner exit speed, 70 coming down and blocking, is going to have to give up a corner. Jonathan Bell trying to hold on to that. Now the 14 losing all that momentum. He's going to have to find it again, because Jonathan Bell, now your race leader. Pulls a little bit of that track position away from him. High line is the faster line, especially on corner exit. You're seeing Jonathan Bell run his laps. Last time by 42.05, slowed everybody up behind him. But now there's a big, long stretch of vehicles right there. Lap 7, we were talking about how the lines are going to be working for the drivers. 49 getting to the inside of the 14. Maybe a little close for comfort for P2. Going to allow Jonathan Bell to kind of run away with this one. 42.10. Running side by side. 49 pinching the 14 up just a little bit right there. Trying to make a way to get him clear. Battle for second. 14 checks up so that way he can just get behind him. He's like, you know what? I'm not doing this today. Not gonna do it. We're gonna run clean. We're gonna make it work. I'll get that position back. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Garrett Brown, the number 10 to the inside. This is a big old, man, it's a lot of trucks there. McLean, your pole sitter, 3 wide with a whole lot of people making me nervous. There's the number 4 of Chris Shoemaker in front of that Toyota of Wesley with white bracket there in the number 33. They're running 3 wide, 16 down low. That's Nick Gardner right there. He came from the back to the front, up 7 spots. Started 13, trying to hold on to that one. 4 slides up in front of the 5. 4 is going to check to the outside. Now he's going to pull in front of it. Dictating where you need to go. Holdcroft up 4 positions. He is in 15th position now. Austin Shoemaker, he was there to the back. I'm not quite sure. I know that he was there in the starting grid. He might have had, I don't know if he had an EOL or something like that, because he looked like he was going to the back at the beginning of the race during the pace lap, so that quite possibly might have happened. I don't know. We don't know. I don't know. I just pay attention to what we're doing here. A 10th of the way through the race. 10 laps down of the 100. 15 laps to go before the end of the stage break. Fuel run's going to look right there a couple of laps prior to what they're going to do. Jonathan Bell being closed in by Ryan McDuffie. Garrett Brown to 3rd. Shoemaker the 4. He fell back a couple of spots, but he's got a little bit of company in front of him. There's the 14 trying to drift up the track. You got to know who you're driving next to, because if you don't, that'll change things. Now positions are changing quite profusely here. 14, big check up on the inside. 3 wide, 4 goes down low. 16's right behind him, trying to give him a shove down the track. Slips up in front. 14's falling back. Zachary Taylor back to 7th now after making some ground. Chris Shoemaker there to the bottom. He's going to make a move. The 4's going to go around. 14 carrying a midline. 16 up top. That is kind of where you're seeing it. Garrett Brown, Chris McLean. That's going to be the drivers there. Pole sitter Chris McLean trying to fight his way back. He fell as far back as 6 positions off of the lead, all the way back to 7th. So now he has worked himself back inside the top 5 to 3rd. Sorry, to 5th. Now, I'm sorry, Chris McLean is back to 5th. Now, he was up to 3rd. Everybody just trying to be there at the end. That's kind of what I'm looking at it. A little pedestrian kind of day. Jonathan Bell, 0.3 of a second over the 49. Tried to gain position early and did it. Thank you to everybody out there watching on the fantastic Facebook page. I appreciate you very much. Make sure that you get out there and give that big old like and follow for me. I'd appreciate it. There it is. There's the little graphic about a big old yeah for my man Cody Kinsey. 49 and McDuffie figured out the high lines working for him. There it is. Moving and grooving for the drivers. They are continuing to pretty much enjoy this drive. It's like a Sunday drive, but it's kind of chaos. No real rhyme or reason about who's running where. Nick Gardner there, he's going to be on the inside trying to make a pass on the pole sitter Chris McLean. That Ford needing a whole lot of draft. And I'm not talking about the MGD, I'm talking about getting up there and getting it. Kind of makes me wonder, Zachary Taylor's fallen off pace quite a bit. It's not like he ran his tires all that well. Kind of makes me wonder if maybe he got a little bit of ding-ding on his nose. Maybe he's just trying to save. It's possible. Jonathan Bell coming in, first of the drivers to come in to get splash and go. Folks locking up the wheels back here. There's Wyatt Brackett. He's going to be coming around. Everybody's going to have to come to pit road. You know, kind of a mile-and-a-half track. They usually run somewhere around 35 laps. They have to come in red about 30 to 32. So I'm thinking somewhere around the 20 mark here, 20, 22 mark. Yeah, no, just an educated guess. Maybe, I don't know. Wyatt Brackett in a second. Nick Gardner trying to go to the outside. Oh, 33 and the 94. They're coming to pit road together. And, man, that was almost disastrous. Garrett Brown, he's going to be your race leader. Gardner's going to be up there on the high line. 16 trying to hold on to it. McLean, he's there. Zachary Taylor in fourth, easing up on the throttle, making sure that he's running good, clean laps. All the drivers that came to pit road. Anybody take any tires? Nope. All fuel. Looks like all fuel for the drivers. 16 laps in. They're going to run as fast as they can. You can't catch him. He's Garrett Brown. Gardner up 11 spots. Bedwell coming off pit road. Looks like he is going to be having a good clearing here. Jonathan Bell going around that driver. See where Garrett Brown is coming off the pit road exit. He's going to be catching that man here pretty darn soon. Nick Gardner running the second fastest lap of the race, 41.65. 16 applying some pressure to the inside of the 10. This is the battle for first. He's going to be on that approach. Shoemaker. It's like Phil Locke, Thomas Light coming to pit road. There's the distance between them. Jonathan Bell, 35 seconds off the pace. He was the first car on pit road, so we're going to see what's going to happen when it comes to pit road. Now, Jonathan Bell had figured out, he told us, I think it was Jonathan Bell, one of them told us their secret about how they come into pit road. Speeding penalties not affected really on pit road entry, more so on pit road exit. So as long as you get in there and you slam on the brakes and get yourself down to speed portion of the way through it, then you know, which I didn't know that about iRacing. Learn new things every day. Chris Shoemaker coming to pit road. Number 4 has a little bit of right side damage. Mike Watts right behind him. Garrett Brown coming around. Gardner's going to be there right behind him. It's like Leatherwood coming off. Somebody was coming off pit road right there. Who was that? Shoemaker coming off. Mike Watts, the 84, to the outsides. He clears him, so he's going to reassume that. Swavely coming to pit road. There he is, Rich Swavely. That big old 38. How's he doing? Hopefully he's doing all right. Hopefully you are doing all right out there as well. Garrett Brown still leading. Zach Taylor to third, 2.6 seconds off. McLean rolling. 10 up there, 20 laps in. Got himself a driver in front of him. Is going to have to come to pit road. Pretty darn close. Garrett Brown running the low line, 20 laps in. I don't know that they're going to try to stretch it. These guys Gardner had to run himself through the field, so that is going to be a big factor for that driver. 10 high line, 16 low line, 10 utilizing the mid high approach, 16 blink in and out. Trying to clear himself a little bit. Gonna get there. Chris McLean coming to pit road, the number 5-year pole sitter. He's in pits getting his fuel. Nobody taking tires. Everybody just kind of doing their thing. Jonathan Bell up to 14th now after little cycles going. 21 laps around. 22 is pretty much your cutoff, I believe. Oh, this time by you might see these drivers try to hold on to it. Jonathan Bell not really gaining any ground as he stands. George Williams there. Zach Taylor coming to pit road. Brad Williams coming to pit road as well. A lot of drivers exiting pit road right now as well, so that's good. Let's see, James Kunkel a lap down to 48. 10-16. 10's coming to pit road this time by. He is 16's going to try to make it another lap around. 10 locks it down. 16 must know something I don't. You can run out of fuel on this one. Wesley Burchett is going to be the last to see. Garrett Brown, Austin Shoemaker, Kip Easley, George Williams. Oh, man. Leader kind of blinked around there. Let's follow with Wesley Burchett for a moment here. This guy still needing to come to pit road. And it looks like this time by it might be the case. There's the 76-85. Trying to lock it down too. He's going to come to pit road. Gardner, Burchett, Mahar, Bell coming around. He's looking like he's going to reassume the lead. It was 35 seconds. It's a backstretch run for the driver. So he's got pretty much 2-second lead on everybody behind him. That's Chris Bedwell, Zachary Taylor. That's he's back to third. Jonathan Bell doing what he can. Mahar coming off pit road. I think everybody's coming off pit road. Jonathan Bell is going to be reassuming the lead, though, here as they come around. Bell clears them. Gardner coming off pit road. Gardner's going to have the draft, though, of Jonathan Bell pretty quickly. Taylor's got second again. If he can get around Gardner, he's got Bedwell to the outside as well. So there's some drivers single file. If they stayed single file, they'd be on a 3 wide, though. If they stayed single file, they'd be able to catch Jonathan Bell pretty quickly, but not really the case. Jonathan Bell, 2.2 seconds. Little blink from the 16. Didn't know. I think the 14 didn't know where the 16 was there for a second, so kind of checks up to the outside line. Right now, Jonathan Bell on cruise control. Last time by 43.36. Everybody else in the 43.5s. Ryan McDuffie and Garrett Brown, only drivers faster. Austin Shoemaker maybe a touch faster if I'm looking at the relative correctly. But they just kind of got to, like, stay single file. They're not really... Jonathan Bell can just do whatever he wants right now because he's got nothing in front of him. And nobody compete with him. And he's just going to run. Lap 25 completed. Stage winner, Jonathan Bell. I do believe. Oh, they're going to complete this lap this next time by. Okay. There it is. Bell, Bedwell, Gardner, Taylor. I think, I don't know if some things changed there. Now the caution comes out for the stage end. Jonathan Bell is your stage 1 winner. And a chance for everybody to come in, get some tires. Same concept's going to happen again. But But this time when they come around, if they come in to take fuel and tires, they'll be able to make it all the way. By the calculations, they should be able to make it all the way to the second stage in before they need tires and fuel again. So we'll see how it goes for them. Mitch Howell, get him Blake 21 and make you proud. Absolutely, make him proud. Remember that if you get the opportunity, jump on over, give all these folks a fantastic like and follow. That is going to be Omega Leaf CBD. They've got a Facebook page, but more importantly, go to OmegaLeafCBD.com. You register for their little newsletter, and you get a pretty cool discount. But speaking of discounts, you get a really cool discount, even better discount if you use TRUCS25, TRUCS. The number 2, the number 5, and you'll get 25% off your order by shopping there. So great benefits to CBD, not just for you, but for your pets as well. They've got a lot of information there, and it's all good things. Bell, Bedwell, Gardner, Taylor, Watts, McDuffie, Brown, Shoemaker, Brackett, McLean, top 10 for those drivers. And man, oh man. Get an opportunity to go talk to Mr. Halaka as well. He's the guy that answers all the emails over there. Everybody peeling off on pit road. Utilizing the right lane. There's your race leader. See what's going to happen with him. 4 rights and some fuel. I think he's going to fill that sucker as full as he can get it. There's your pole sitter. Getting some tires. He's going to be a little faster. Jonathan Bell coming off pit road this time. Oh, I don't think that's Jonathan Bell. That's somebody else. Zach Taylor coming off. There's the pole sitter. The 5 gets to drive straight out, and I believe it's a little bit of assistance there. Austin Shoemaker takes fuel only. So does Brad Williams, number 47. So 15 of Shoemaker. He's going to be in that wobbly boots. Fantastic wobbly boots. You will have Jonathan Bell to the outside. Now, tire wear here is not as big a factor as you would think. Even though it's a factor, it's not that big of a factor. You get out there and you look at the statistics on the tires, they shouldn't be too bad. So you probably could get away with this trying to save some tires for the end just in case something happens. We haven't had a caution for incident yet, except for the cone back there. That cone just got nailed, and that's never good. It's never good. For caution, Sherry says we haven't had one yet. Well, we've had the stage caution. Lights are off on the Pace truck. It's going to be Shoemaker, Bell, Gardner, Williams, Taylor, McLean, Brown, Brackett, Watson, Moletta inside the top 10. I think Thomas Light's trying to peek his head in there a little bit. Good evening to you as well, Sherry. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Your shirt came back to me because I did something with the address. I think it was stupid on my end. Say stupid, not stupid, but I mean, I made a dumb move. So I will, I'm going to resend that back out to you, and I'll probably go ahead and send you a tracking. So just in case something happens with that. Your shirts, plural. You have shirts. You have 2 of them. Alrighty, here we go. Pace truck's gonna dive off. We're gonna be ready to rock and roll. They're waiting for the green flag. There's that tower right there. It's gonna be interesting. Let's go get it. They say it. Boogity boogity. Oh man, little distance. You can't see where somebody's at. That is kind of dangerous. 15 out front. 16 is gonna be right behind him. 16 having some internet issues. They're going to be inside. The tires are going to be... The new tires are going to be a factor a little bit over corner entrance and exit. But if he can stick inside the draft, he'd be just fine. There's your pole sitter right there behind Zachary Taylor. Taylor trying to utilize the high line here. Got his teammate right behind him. Jonathan Bell starting to pull away again. The 10 of Garrett Brown to the bottom. He's in 6th. He's off one spot from where he started. Mr. Bedwell, the 94, well, he's right where he started. There he is. He's got Joe Mahar trying to peek around the corner there. Mr. Bedwell started 11th. That's where he's running. He's trying to get to the outside of the 84 of Mike Watts, who's up 4 spots. Drops down, slides in front of him, in front of Mahar. And they're going places. Brad Fulham started 15th. The 19 is back there as well. Looks like they're making some moves off. Austin Shoemaker, the 15, started 9th. That's where he's at right now after leading a couple of laps there. Jonathan Bell trying to hold on to the lead. He's got Zachary Taylor right behind him. Taylor ran his fastest lap last lap, 41.76. How in the world do you get a 41.59? His last lap for Jonathan Bell without a draft of 41.64. That's a dang old hard little line. Race Trim trying to pull within it. These guys can't even draft that fast. They're running the same lines. That's crazy. It's crazy. $41.72 for Jonathan Bell's last lap. Let's take a look. Moving some stuff around. I wanted to take a look at the last couple of laps here. One of my favorite little displays on the bottom. 30, 31, 32. You see the start of the lap right there. Taylor didn't really get a good restart there. 31, 41.642 and a 41.715, besting everybody by almost 0.3 of a second. And finally, I think some ground made after the last couple of laps. Taylor just made his best lap of the session that time by 41.71. Chris Bedwell finally getting himself a good little run. He got a 41.62, so 0.03 of a second off of the driver behind, or the driver out front. Eventually, it's a big gamble. You just gotta figure out what you're gonna do, and whoever can save the most will be able to be there at the end of the stage. And Jonathan Bell is gonna have to not push as hard. 42.05, and I think he is letting up just a little bit coming around the racetrack. Tire fall off isn't as aggressive. Utilizing a high line to save fuel here is probably a good idea, but the more that you run out front with some clean air, the more that you burn. It's just the nature of the beast. It's like those folks who get out there with semis and they follow along with semis for a long time. Josh has 3 cautions, 97, top 15 finish. Yeah, can see it. Well, Millett is in 28th at the moment, so he's got some things to move. We're talking to folks are putting their shout-outs out there. I'm not even clicking on him. Click on him. There he is. Off 3 spots. He started 25th. There's the 97. No damage, just kind of chilling. And the 21 got a shout-out as well. Oh, Blake, I think he's on pit road. He came to pit road. He is a few laps down, but I think he'll be able to get it back. He's 2 laps down. The only truck off the lead lap. I think had everything to do with pit cycles. Maybe a little pit issue going on there. Top 3 neck and neck. Taylor sticking back into it. 42.25 for Jonathan Bell last time by 42.16, 42.02. for Gardner, and now Jonathan Bell stepping back into the gas. Bell coming down to block the 16, trying to pull the draft away. He can control the lines and what they do. This is kind of like driving a super speedway in a sense that with a 2-mile track, if you dictate who's behind you and you pull the driver a little bit there at the bottom, and then you come up, he's got a full rush of air right there. Jonathan Bell's just trying to apply some backwards draft for these guys. Gardner in second. 14 drops down low after the 16 slides up the track. I know that 16 was having some internet issues a little bit ago, so glad to see it getting itself situated. Bell, Gardner, Taylor, Bedwell, Brackett, Mr. Wyatt Brackett, the Yingling man. He and Chris Bedwell are moving. Biggest mover of the race, Dustin Reeves up 12 spots, looking to try to get another one here. The number 6 to the outside. Harvey Shanks trying to pull the inside line away from the number 6, but they're kind of doing the thing. Slides up into traffic there. Good little run. Brad Fulham, he is off 2 spots, but I think that everything to do with pit cycles on that first stage, so we'll see how that goes. Jonathan Bell has Gardner there, and now the 94 is caught up to Taylor. I think that if you're going to try to pass Jonathan Bell, you need a lot more traffic. 16 down low. 70 is going to keep that line where he wants it. 16 drops in behind the 70. It's hard to pass at Auto Club once you get rolling on a green flag stop. You basically have to have a tire difference or a speed exit difference to be able to make it pass. Inside line run. Gardner trying to get to the back. Jonathan Bell holding on. Doing a good job at it, too. He's going to lead some more laps here. Mr. Harger, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you out there. Lap 41 of 100. We're approaching about 10 laps to go. Make it 9 to go this time by when they complete lap 41 before the end of the stage. They're getting into it, man. I tell you what, they're having some fun. You guys are cooking it out there on YouTube and on Facebook. You guys are just living it up, living large. I appreciate you. Make sure you give it a like, give it a share out there. Follow us on all of it. Normally, you guys would see me talk about Twitch and what we do out there, but we decided to go away from Twitch for a little bit. And that's only for the simple fact that I'm not really at one to privy. They have, if you haven't heard, Twitch has had some DMCA issues here lately, and so in that regard, they're having to fix some things. But one of the things that I've been having an issue with is the way they rank people when it comes to your live streams. I'm not one that, you know, if you're going to watch on Twitch, you're going to watch on Twitch. You're going to watch on Facebook, you watch on Facebook. You watch on YouTube, you watch one on whatever platform you want to, as long as you're watching. Now, what I don't like is that I've seen that I could have 20, 30, 40 people watching on Twitch at once, and I'm at the bottom of the tier over something weird. You know what I mean? So, you know, they've got some algorithms to figure out. Once they make the changes, then we'll be all good. Gardner was trying to find a way to get a pass on Jonathan Bell, but I tell you what, doesn't look like it's working too much right now. Thank you to everybody out there. So we have to rework all of our overlays, all of our stuff that make it work, you know, all the good things. And we'll start gaming here pretty soon. Speaking of which, I'm gonna have to remake a gaming schedule because I gotta be able to do a little bit of that too. You guys are used to watching me do all these broadcasts, but we are a gaming platform as well, so we're gonna have to get back in there and get some stuff in. All right, folks, I need a drink, so you're gonna go on Static TV. Like the 16 had to make an unscheduled pit stop right there. And man, oh man. They're holding on to it for dear life here. Whole lot of people in the mix. Bell, Bedwell, Brown, Taylor. Do believe the 16. Now a lap down. That's Nick Gardner. He came in tires and fuel and all kinds of stuff. Jonathan Bell, Bedwell, Brown's to the outside. Good battle going on for second back there by like 5 drivers. 49 completed, 50 underway. They're going to complete lap 50. Then they will have the second competition caution, which means they will have ran the latter half of the race. 16 trying to go by. 16 real fast still, so he's got the fresh tires. Maybe trying to soak up this last lap to get himself up to the race leader, get himself around so that way when everybody comes to pit road, then he would be the leader. That's a good little strategy. 50 of 100. Jonathan Bell scooting around. He's going to be up high. Oh, he's up into the wall right there. Little right side for Jonathan Bell. He can get all of that fixed and drive back to the front. Seen him do it before. Jonathan Bell wins stage 2. Brown, Bedwell, Taylor, Brackett, Watts, Mahar, Kunkel, Burchett, Holdcroft. That's going to be the top 10. Back on the lead lap is the 16. So if he played it right, didn't really burn up that much tire right there, trying to get just get a couple of laps, get himself to the lead. Jonathan Bell coming around. He's going to meet the pace truck. Second caution due to the stage end. No cautions for incidents so far. So we might, not going to knock on wood just yet, but, you know, could happen. It could happen. Mike King, how are you doing out there, man? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's tell everybody who you are and how you're doing. You know, anybody, everybody. Chat it up. I want to hear it. Tell me about your days. We got a little bit of time. Hey, everybody coming to pit road. Let's see if my assumption was correct. Let's take a look. Here's Nick Gardner. He's coming. Oop, I think Nick Gardner having to do something here. What's going on? Nick was waiting on pit road. Nick's gonna do exactly kind of what I thought he was gonna do. Is anybody exiting pit road? Absolutely not. So Nick Gardner is going to be your race leader. And I think he had to stop there for a second. Now Jonathan Bell probably getting that left side fixed. He's going to stay on pit road to get that. He tapped the wall pretty hard coming to the exit right there. I think he was giving Gardner plenty of room, and so he's got that right side a little bit, and I say left side. My left, his right. Got that right, looking pretty darn good. Just had a little ding right there, and no doubt needed that extra 20, 30 seconds to get that fixed. How long did he spend on pit road? About an extra 17 seconds, so not bad. He's done it before. He'll do it again. He's driven from the back to the front, to the front to the back. 53 of 100 being completed under caution due to stage end. I tell you what, iRacing's looking pretty darn good today. I don't know what it looks like for you guys out there, but I know what it looks like on my screen. It's looking pretty darn fantastic. Biggest mover of the race so far, Wesley Burchett, the number 76. He started 23rd, and right now he's sitting in 10th. He's up 13 spots. Technically 13, 14. He's his restart's going to determine kind of where he's at, but 76 there on the inside makes him the odd number, so he'll be 9th. Up 14 spots he is. Garrett Brown's going to be your race leader. He only had 1 or 2 laps on those tires when he came in, so not a bad little ditty. I hope that you're ready for a nice little long run. So I think that they're going to try to push their tires to their fuel to the window. I would say 78's probably going to be the lap they try to come and pit on, because that would put them right there at the end of their fuel strategy. And that would put them also good to the end. So we'll see how this works for us and for the drivers as they get things ready to rock and roll. Nick Gardner, your leader. He's going to be the inside. Brown, Taylor, Bedwell, Brackett, Watts, Kunkel, McLean, Mahar, Thomas, Light. They get the green flag. Gardner gets a good jump. He's been fast all race long. His fastest lap is roughly about 6/100ths of a second off of Jonathan Bell's. And so we're going to see how this is going to work for him. Being out front, being able to dictate the line. There they are. Turn 2 exit. Look at how much these guys use this track. Even in the NASCAR circuit, the drivers utilize all of the track the best that they can. Taylor there, he is going to have a couple of laps fresher tires. He's going to try to make a move here. George Williams, where is he at? He's in 20th. There's Georgie. Get it, buddy. High line run for him. I cheer on at my co-commentator. He was supposed to be with me tomorrow, but Zach Taylor out front. Whoa, I didn't see that happening. I saw him utilizing the inside line, but he's got the inside line. He's going to be right there, 16. He used the inside line to get past the 16, but the 14 of Taylor now has the outside line. He's going to try to pull and dictate. That is pretty much what you do. 16 of Gardner can hold on and do what he can. He didn't really utilize that much of his tires to get around Jonathan Bell to lead a few laps here. So, you know, that right there still could work in his advantage. Sit in the draft, hold on to it. Just dig. Garrett Brown, Wyatt Brackett, Chris Bedwell, those guys up there. Nick Gardner up 11 spots from where he started. Zach Taylor trying to pull the 10 with him. Now the outside lane. Maybe a little cockpit view from the driver here. There's the pull. A little white line rubbing there. There goes Wyatt Brackett. Yingling. A little comfort going on. Wyatt Brackett to the outside of the 16. Looks like Zach Taylor's going to try to pull him. Now, Zach Taylor is a fast driver. We've seen him win races. But he does have a lot of company there. But, you know, Jonathan Bell, he was super fast early, super fast pretty much all race long. And could get himself out, even with driving capabilities, could get himself out in front of the field. There's Wyatt Brackett right behind Zach Taylor. That's the battle that you see right there between 1 and 2. Wyatt Brackett really screaming. Last lap for Zach Taylor, 42 flat. Wyatt Brackett, 41.83. And now here's where Taylor controls the line. Pretty much what you have to do. Control where the other drivers are. Pull one driver here. Make the 33 utilize the side draft, which he is. Pretty nice. Ooh, 16 in and out. Wyatt Brackett there. So Taylor's going to pull him just a little bit more to the bottom. 33 is going to make it clear right there, but that's going to change things because once you give an opening for somebody to utilize the bottom line, there's Wyatt Brackett as he comes around for second now. That'll really push the boundaries of what you need to do. Jonathan Bell, after the little bit of right side damage, he's back to 19th. He stayed out. I think he restarted somewhere in the the top 20 spots. So he's made up a couple of spots, and now he's got a long way to travel. But he's good at pit strategy. That's kind of his forte. So we'll see what happens there. Taylor, Brackett, pulling away from Gardner and McLean a little bit there. Got to stick with the draft as much as possible. Taylor leading another lap. Wyatt Brackett closing the distance, getting to the back bumper. The first Toyota in the mix. Look at what people are driving. Ford leading the field. Toyota, Chevy, Ford, Chevy, Chevy. A Ford, Chevy, Toyota. McLean trying to go to the inside. Teammate to Zach Taylor. He's trying to get around the 16. 16 held up and held on for as long as he could. Now he's starting to get past a little bit here. Some of the drivers on those 1 or 2 lap pressure tires. Interval from Taylor to Brackett still very close. They're starting to pull away a little bit. And I mean a little bit. Best time going up on the screen right there. Brackett 1/100th slower than Taylor on the best lap. Gardner 41.65. We were talking about that. Jonathan Bell, who's back in 18th, 19th, something like that, 17 to 18, somewhere wherever it shows up. There he is, 18th, 41.59 for the driver there. It's not impossible, just very hard to do, and that's the talent these guys have, these drivers have, even in simulated vehicles. 14, 33, 5, 94, 84. That's going to be the lineup as they go a little further. 2 cautions, says Keaton Mulcahy out there. 2 regular cautions. You can't count. We don't count the competition cautions for the stage end. They might run green. They might do it. Autoclub, between Autoclub and Chicago, 2 of my favorite tracks when it comes to this style of driving, where the draft is important and the high line, where you can use it, you can make it a multi-group track, high line, low line, no matter how you look at it, it can be absolutely fantastic. But the more Brackett and Taylor kind of battle each other here, the more the rest of the line, you see that group right here, they're starting to catch back up. There's the 84 of Watts trying to go to the inside. He's got Bedwell there as well. The 5 of McLean was trying to keep that outside line moving, but they said, nah, we're good. Taylor, Brackett, Watts, McLean, Bedwell. That's kind of how that group is looking, and look at them. They just scatter. Everybody's got their preferred line. It depends on the tires and what you're going to do. Mr. Kunkel. Where is the other Kunkel? Is the other Kunkel watching? Please tell me you're watching. Taylor still out front. Watts has moved himself to... James, a little bit of NNA issues. 14 trying to disrupt the draft a little bit. Pulls the 33 up. 33 needs to get to the back bumper, needs the 14 to make a mistake, or the 14 to drive out of his shoes. Watts is catching those guys, though, and this is where that we talked about controlling the line. A whole lot of these drivers have caught back up. You would think... Mr. Williams, I think Mr. Williams coming to pit road. Oh, he got a little bit of right side damage. Mr. Williams, you, my friend, must have met my friend Wall. Brackett trying to lead. Side draft from the 14. Brackett does lead that time by 14 high line run. Trying to pull that line back away from the 33. 84 utilizing the low line to try to catch some of that speed. 14's going to have the drive off down to the backstretch. Taylor, high line run up next to the wall. He's going to run it. I think the 33 is going to have to run a little bit higher. He's going to make it clear he is. There it is. He runs a little bit higher, and that's how he's going to clear that speed. 14's still going to be there. Drops right behind the 33. 84 is going to be there as well. That's Watts. Taylor to the inside of the 33 of Brackett. Taylor looking to take back over the lead. He does drop down low. He's going to slide in front of the 33. It's going to be a game of leapfrog here. 33 carrying heavy speed. Oh, 14 up into the wall. 3 wide, 14 taking the right side damage. Tried to pull a slide job. Ended up collecting himself into the wall a little bit there. Everybody playing pin the tail on the dodge me. Yeah, I said something weird. It happens. 31 right there. Holdcroft looked like he was doing a good job to check up a little bit. Mike Watts, your race leader, up 13 spots. There he is. 14 got that right side damage. That is going to be a plain old Jane factor. Jonathan Bell picking drivers off one at a time, trying to get himself back around. He's got that right side a little bit. You see the rear spoiler of the truck where the deck lid is. You see it lifts just a little bit on the passenger side of that vehicle. And I tell you what, that can do a lot for the trucks. You got to keep all that stuff clean. Watts, Bedwell, Brackett. That's 1, 2, and 3. Brown's there. Kunkel, he's moving forward. Get it. All right, Brackett trying to fight back to get back to the lead after 14 kind of checks up to everybody on when he came out of turn 2, which it doesn't show me incident there, but when he came out of turn 2, that's where he was trying to slide up into the track, and sometimes you can carry yourself too heavy, and that right there is kind of what happened. Good little green flag run they have going on here. Good little fun that I'm having here. Man, oh man. Sometimes. Go get him, Brackett, says Will out there. Good to see. Good to see. Mr. Brackett trying to suck that draft back in. There's the 84-94. The 10 of Garrett Brown there. The IJD Racing team trying to work themselves some good team magic here. That's something we didn't do, folks. Normally, I go over the playoff points and all that stuff. You know, I kind of just jumped into racing. My bad. My bad. All right, let's see. League standings. Hammerdown Motorsports right now, and the good old lead on points as of the start of this race. That's going to be 125 to the 121 of Hot Shoe. 14 points off the pace. In third is the IJD Racing team. Those guys are, enjoying themselves for what it's worth. You see the 84 right there, the 94. 94's kick butt, take an aim. Yes, sir. All right, let's go down that list. Where's the rest of that list? Four Horsemen 107, Race Pass 106, Wild Card 105, Outlaw E Racing 77, Wolf Racing Zeta, it says. Well, maybe that's up there. All right. Playoff points. Brendan Queen has 13, Jonathan Bell 12. If you think about it, Jonathan Bell, not too long ago, didn't have hardly any points. But after a couple of stage wins, after another win, that's how it stacks up. Chris Shoemaker third in the playoff standings with 6 points. Wyatt Brackett, Garrett Brown, Gabe Wood, Zach Taylor, and Joseph Mahar. I think this is week 7. I was looking at that schedule. I need to look at that schedule again. Let's take a look. Oh, la. Yeah, week 7. We're on week 7. Tomorrow night, looks like Austin Shoemaker had a little issue there. Let's take a look and see what happened. Woo! So you get a little shove right there. Something happened. Oh, man. One more time. Let's back that up a little bit. Let's see how this developed because we, Ooh. I think that 20, not quite sure how that would. All right. 15's there. There's 14 of Zach Taylor to the outside. Ooh. Little racing incident from both of those guys. Back to live. He saves it, though. He is holding on to it. Man, oh, man. Mike Watts, your race leader by 0.8 of a second. They can't line themselves out. Jonathan Bell up to 14th. That's the driver to be watching at the moment. Todd Kirkwood, look at this big mover. Started 30th, and the 26 up 17 spots. 18 spots now as the 25 comes to pit road. Now the first of the green flag pit cycles as they come around. I'm telling you, 26, 27, 28. That's somewhere in the means of where everybody's going to be running, where they're going to be at when they come to pit road, and then we'll see how this is going to work for them. Curious to see what's going to happen. It is dogwood season for sure. There's 26 coming to pit road. Looks like Wyatt Brackett's coming to pit road as well. Where is my Garrett Brown's your race leader? He's going to be coming around. He's got Mahar. He hits the dirt. Man. He's like, whoa, I'm leading. That's what I said. 25 coming off pit road. That's going to be first driver one lap down. Does look like. That'll be Harvey Shanks catching back up with some folks. We'll put him back in a good position as well. .24 to go. Garrett Brown's going to be in this time by. Chris Bedwell's going to run another lap. Jonathan Bell in this time by. Chris Bedwell has some lap traffic. That might have stopped him from coming to pit road this time by, so he'll be able to hold on to it. Stick in the draft. Look at all those people coming off pit road. Man. Mike Watts, Nick Gardner. Nick Gardner in 16th. We'll see how this works for him. There's Mike Watts. Chris Bedwell still going to be there. There's Mike Watts. He's about to go a lap down. Chris Bedwell in this time by. Nick Gardner, he's going to be coming around to pass some folks. Joe Mahar's coming off pit road. There's Mr. Mahar. He got fuel and fuel only. 23 laps to go for the drivers. Joe Mahar trying to keep a huge gap. 5 seconds over Gardner, who took tires. Chris Bedwell there. I don't blame him. You come to pit road. Joe Mahar gonna have a good little segment here. 22 laps to go. Mahar really closing it. There it is. I was gonna say the relative needs to update. Bedwell still on pit road. Mike Watts has Nick Gardner there to his outside. Gardner last in on lap 70. So he was thinking about running a little bit longer. That's going to put 30 laps on those tires. That is quite a instrument of fate. Jonathan Bell back up to 6th after pit cycles. Really good on pit road. That's kind of the thing. That's Jonathan Bell's biggest strength, I think, is that his pit road, he makes up a lot of time on pit road, and that right there is what gets him where he needs to be. Joseph Mahar, 2.5 seconds out over Mike Watts. He's leading himself a few laps here. Pull out all the stop. Mike Watts was the race leader before the green flag pit stops. This time by, he's going to be the guy. And he's got Nick Gardner right behind him keeping up. There's Harvey Shanks. Up 18 spots to 25. Carried his pit cycle the right way. 75 laps in. He ran 22, 23 laps on those. So he's going to try to make it all the way on fuel. Garrett Brown's going to be there. Jonathan Bell trying to work his way back to the front again. Trying to at least get himself another podium finish here. With some of the drivers that are on older tires up there, it's still quite possible. Things will start leveling out. Last time by 43.48 for Joe Mahar. Those tires, a big factor. Mahar catching up to Watts. I'm sorry, Watts catching up to Mahar. Making that pass like he's pretty much standing still there a little bit. But now able to suck up in the draft, and he's going to be able to pull a little bit of that time. Last time by for the drivers. Fastest on the racetrack is going to be Chris Bedwell. The 94.41.76 last time by. Race leader Mike Watts, 42.32, and that's running a predictable, easy line. Watts 1.3 seconds out over the front, over the field. Jonathan Bell trying to catch back up to the drivers. Watts, Gardner, Brown. Moving and grooving, folks. Moving and grooving. There's the fake palm trees here at Auto Club. Looking pretty darn good. Watts, Brown, Bell, Gardner. Last time by. Biggest gain was going to be Jonathan Bell. Mike Watts ran a 42.6 that time by, though. And Brown and Jonathan Bell are starting to really catch Mike Watts. To run that predictable line, try to be there, try to be fast. 94 Bedwell going to the inside. He's going to be there as well. So try to make it a top three night for everybody. $17 laps to go. It's going to be a lot of fun, that's for darn sure. Man, oh man. Maybe Mike trying to save a little bit. Mike Watts came out on lap 76. Garrett Brown, Jonathan Bell on 77. Badwell on 78. So out of the top five, Chris Bedwell has the better tires going on here. '94 rolling to the outside. A little bit of lap traffic, I do believe, right there. 28 of David Moore. All right, we were rooting on the 97 earlier. Andrew Moletta, Joe Mahara in on pit road this time. The tires just not holding on for him. He's going to have to get tires. Maybe hoping for a caution to be able to put himself with an extra set. I mean, Auto Club can run green. Here's the 97. He is in 20th spot right now. He is doing a phenomenal job. Trying to get a top 15. That's what we're rooting for him. Go 97. Mr. Mollet, I hope you're having a fantastic afternoon. Watts, Brown, Bell, Bedwell, Fulham. Gardner falling off pace. It's older tires coming in a little bit early. Trying to use some strategy in that game plan. Maybe put himself a few seconds out in front of the field. The problem is that once you're running on green tires, everybody running together like they were, that really puts a big dampener on things. 84, 10, 94. Bedwell gets around Jonathan Bell. There's Chris Bedwell, the IJD Racing teammate to Jonathan Bell. Closing in on the front. 4 Chevys in the top, inside the top 5. Brad Fulham's the first Toyota in the field in 5th. Mr. Fulham doing a phenomenal job. Congratulations to him. The 19 sometimes has some bad luck. But today he's had a pretty fortunate race inside the top 5. Daniel Holdcroft right behind him. Caterpillar driver. The number 31. think the 19 might be pulling in that draft. He is, he's digging it, man. Garrett Brown trying to go to the inside. He is going to make that pass, I do believe. 84 is going to clear to the bottom. 10 is going to be up next to the wall. 84 is not carrying the speed, so he's going to tuck in line, get right behind the 10. And wherever the 10 goes, that's pretty much where I would expect that the 84 is going to be. 12 laps to go here. Auto Club 200. Pretty clean little race that we've had. Harvey Shanks, James Kunkel. James and Harvey were battling back and forth there a little bit. Now Kunkel working his way back to, or Shanks working his way back up there. He's got Wyatt Brackett in front of him. Austin Shoemaker, there he is. There's the number 15, trying to go to the inside of Kunkel right there to get himself up a couple of more spots. He started 9th. He's in 11th right now. Garrett Brown, almost 0.3 of a second. There's the 94 to the outside. 84 of Watts to the inside. Tractor Supply Co. 84 trying to hold off that P2 spot. 10 of Garrett Brown can pretty much just say peace. Garrett Brown, part of Hot Shoe Racing. And Austin Shoemaker, Chris Shoemaker, Dustin Reeves involved in all of that. Right now, Austin Shoemaker in the 15 inside the top 10. Chris Shoemaker in the 4. He is a lap down. And Dustin Reeves somewhere in there in the mix. You guys are doing a good job. 0.6 of a second. Reeves in 16th right now. He's going to 15th. Making a big factor. Gardner had to come in. Kirkwood had to come in. 9 to go here. And on 77 was Garrett Brown, so he's going to try to stretch it the full 23 laps. To the end, so which he should be able to make it just fine. He was stuck in the draft for a little while. He is just kind of enjoying himself. I want to give a big shout out to a guy out there. His name's Sorefeet. If you haven't watched any of his streams, I was on and played Phasmophobia with him the other day, and I'm going to give a big shout out to him. He's got a stream up right now. Make sure you go and find him. Sorefeet. Plays all kinds of games. He's a Facebook streamer out there. Go over there, tell him that Signature Esports said come look at his stream. Do that for me after the race. Yeah, because that's kind of what we do here. Let's go, Four Horsemen, all up in the top 10. I see you out there, Christy Kunkel. I wondered where Miss Kunkel was. 0.8 of a second. There they are. They are moving and grooving. 16 coming off pit road. He's got some fresh tires now, so he's going to be trying to keep himself going. What's up, Mr. Garland? Good to see you as well. Good to see David Harden watching. Appreciate you, my man. I can see everything. Even on my own stream. It's kind of nice. I do believe we're going to have to do something about the way that Facebook... You know, we're at 1080 right now. You know, I might have to start streaming a little bit like... I don't know, something different. I'm going to do something to... Oh, something blew up there. Somebody blew an engine. At least that's what I saw. Brown, Bedwell, Bell's there in third. Mike Watts falls back to fourth. Brad Fulham is kind of coming too. He's got a little bit of fun happening. There's Rich Swaveley in the 38 right in front of him. Garrett Brown working through it. Mr. Garland, your stuff's coming to you. Got that off in the mail today. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Chris McLean, he's off the pace a little bit right there. He was your pole sitter. Right now, Garrett Brown going to have some company here. He's going to need those guys with the fresh tires in front of him, like the 16, to just drive his race. He's going to have to pull that draft and do what he can with it. 27 a lap down. That's Kip Easley right there. Good old Kip. How you doing, buddy? Hopefully you're still listening out there and having fun. Good deal, man. I'm glad you're pretty excited for it. That's what you need. Card pulls that we did just the other day. Absolutely wonderful time. 4 laps to go here. It's been a night for clean racing. The only 2 cautions that we had were for stage break, and that's it. Bedwell to 2nd, Bell to 3rd, Watson 4th, and Fulham in 5th. Wyatt Brackett 7 seconds off. He's trying to track down a top 5 with 4 laps to go. Tomorrow night, we're going to have the Championship Auto Racing Series here. You look at it, trucks. We're going to be doing cars, Xfinity Series. Back at it again tomorrow evening. And I do believe we are at the same track. I just want to double check real quick. Yeah. How you doing? Sunday, we're going to have Talladega. I'm excited about that one. Where are we at tomorrow? Oh, we're at Dover tomorrow. Dover. Yeah, 180 laps at Dover. Why not? 3 to go. Lieutenant Brown. Man, he's got drivers. He's got a little bit of help in the 16. He's got the 27 there. The 94 has basically 2 laps to do something here. Because right now, a whole lot of lap traffic isn't doing anybody any good. Bedwell to the bottom. Bell to the outside. 16 trying to utilize the high line. Slowing up the leader, man. That's not how you do things. Well, at least in my opinion. But whatever. Dover tomorrow for the Cars Series and the Xfinity trucks. Or in the Xfinity cars. It's going to be awesome. The Tana Brown starting to pull a little bit away. And here it is, folks. White flag's going to wave. Green to green. Brown out front by almost a full second. Bell to 2nd place. Bedwell to 3rd. Watts to 4th. Fulham in 5th. They are doing, I mean, they did it. No matter how you look at it. Bell, I think Bell might have. Did he concede the spot or did he just fall back? Did he hit the wall? I don't know. Garrett Brown. 2 more turns, buddy. Front stretch run for him. Right about here. Right behind the 16. 16 trying to stay a lap down. He can go around and complete another one. 10 of Garrett Brown. Getting it done. Brown's your race winner. Chris Bedwell to 2nd. Jonathan Bell to 3rd. Watts, Fulham, Shoemaker, McDuffie, Burchett, Brackett, and Holdcroft all inside the top 10. Austin Shoemaker having a good little run. Little bump from the 70. Good little drive off for them all. Big old congratulatory yeah for him. Garrett Brown having a good day today. The big old green to green run. Congratulations, guys. That right there is exciting for me. Just so you know. Hopefully, well, I had tech issues. So I wasn't able to make the Sunday race. Sunday's my favorite time to one of my favorite times to broadcast. I love broadcasting all the time, but Sundays more specifically because I'm in direct competition with something that rhymes with pace car. Garrett Brown's your race winner. Chris Bedwell, Jonathan Bell, Mike Watts, Brad Fulham. Top 5 for that driver right there. Congratulations to Brad. What a good drive off for him. Austin Shoemaker, Brian McDuffie, Wesley Burchett, Wyatt Brackett, Daniel Holcroft. It's all your top 10 drivers. Conkle in 12th. We saw him doing a good thing. Brad Williams in 15th. Nick Gardner finishes 18th. He was right there in front of the race leaders, probably half the battle right there, getting them all working into it and able to hold on to it. Oh, down the list, Kirkwood in 22nd, Shoemaker, the other Shoemaker in 24th, Evan Bossbasher, man. Evan Bushbasher, there he is in 27th. George, my man, finishes in 28th. And then Blake Dippett topping it out right there. You know, that's kind of what we do here. All right, it's that segment that you love and know. Here you go.
Congratulations to the winner from Pub Table Racers. My name is Warren Brissell. I've been in NASCAR for 20 plus years. Sitting next to me is...
My name's Tim Packman. I'm involved in the short track industry and NASCAR for about 30 years. And we have a Facebook Live show every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. We're also on YouTube, Twitter. We have a website, pubtableracers.com. And we invite you to come check all that out.
Apple Podcasts also.
Yep, we have all that too. And Warren, what's it like to be involved with this league?
We're very proud to be involved with this league. Congratulations again.
And congratulations to the winner as you pull into Pub Table Racers Victory Lane.
Cheers.
And a big old cheers it was for everybody today. And I just want a big congratulatory to all the drivers today for running green to green with everybody. That was a lot of fun to watch, and 100 laps with just stages is pretty nice. But the 25-year-old from right here in Missouri, Garrett Brown. Yeah, I live here. That's we all know this. Garrett, my man, you did it. You got a nice little race win there. It was very, very, very fun to watch. I know that Bell kind of got to the wall, saved it for a little bit right there, but when you took over the lead, you just kind of just stepped away from it, and you were able to dictate the pace. Walk us through the last basically 20 laps, because that's pretty much what we saw was the Garrett Brown show.
Yeah, thanks, man. If I was going to talk to you, Jason, I was hoping it was going to be for first and not second or third, but no, it was a good race. Really, at the end, I found my rhythm kind of at the start of the last stage, and then I think a big move for myself, and then Chris Bedwell, I know, did it too, is we stretched it past lap 75 before he took our last pit stop, and Bedwell even stretched it a lap further than me. So I was, with having to navigate lap traffic and everything, I was keeping an eye on Bedwell and Jonathan Bell, and those guys were not letting me take anything for granted. I was having to keep it floored and pegged and hit my marks at the end there, but I think staying out that extra lap really helped us before taking our last set of tires.
Well, I know for sure that I was counting it down. I was like, if they run green, somebody's going to have to stay out, and they're going to have to run 23 or 24 laps on those tires. They're going to have to, somebody's going to pit right there at in between 72, 73, 74, and then somebody's going to stay out until 77, 78. So that it was a good run. It was a great strategy. It's what I would have done, and you couldn't ask for it. I know that Auto Club here is fast in the trucks. It's kind of like a super speedway for the trucks, where the draft is important. Did you find that to be helpful with the 16, who was about to be a lap down, but he was on fresh tires, so you were pretty much stuck up under his butt, and you were just like going.
Yeah, that was exactly what I found. It was kind of cool. We got multiple grooves going, so the bottom is always treacherous. You kind of got to back up the corner to try to get a good run on exit of the corner. But yeah, I was definitely using the 16 for some draft there at the end. These long straightaways, you really got to have all your momentum coming off the corner, or else with how long the straightaways are, it kills you. So I was really trying to focus on that, and definitely the 16 was helpful, and he was fast all night. I think second stage, I believe he had to pit a little early, and that got him off cycle, but he had race winning speed too. So for a lap truck, he was as fast as anybody out there, and I was lucky to be able to get behind him for that draft.
Oh, for sure, man. All right, it's your time. It's your moment. You're the Pub Tables Racers Victory Lane numero uno. So give your shout outs out there. It's all you, buddy.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you as always for covering us, Jason and Signature Esports. You guys are a great broadcast partner for the league and do a great job. Thanks for everybody for the support. My grandparents always watching in Richland, Marlene, Gary, Max. My mom had a birthday yesterday, so got to celebrate that. And this is a good little dessert almost, just getting a win after the birthday celebration. And my teammates, Dustin, Chris, Austin, Bill Schoonover helped us out and has subbed in when we needed them. Want to thank those guys for all they've done. And just everybody in the league. It was a great race tonight. It was good competition, a lot of fun. So just grateful for a lot of people.
Oh, it was definitely a lot of fun to watch. And happy birthday to your mom. That's
I appreciate it. She will too. I'll pass it along.
Absolutely. You tell her, Jason over here, Signature Esports, we wished her a big old happy birthday. And if I were better, if I were better at singing, I'd sing it to her. But you know,
I don't know. I wouldn't help you with that either. So we better just not tonight.
We'll let it go. But big old 28th birthday for her once again.
Yes.
Here at here today. So that's absolutely wonderful. All right, my man. Well, congratulations on the race win next week. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you know, just go enjoy it. Go soak it up.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Jason.
You too. Garrett Brown's going to be the race winner today, and the number 10 really drove it home, and he really did. And some drivers that were there with him, the second place finisher, Chris Bedwell, another Missouri native. Chris, buddy, you had it. Garrett had it. Jonathan had it. There at the end, it looked like Jonathan was going to go to the inside, and he was making that pass on you, and then, lo and behold, it swapped back, and you're in second, and another big finish for you here. It's week after week I'm going to be talking to you, I think.
It'd be nice if it was week after week, but yeah, no, there was a couple weeks ago that we talked, and then last week wasn't so good of a finish. But yeah, it went back a few more laps than that. Lap car gave me a little bit of room, but looked like he pushed up into me and got me sideways. Then Bell got around me, and he didn't fight me when I tried to, go back on the inside of him. So he kind of gave that to me, but he said, you can have it. So I took it.
I wouldn't complain.
No, good point today. Very good point today.
Yeah, team points as well, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Absolutely. Chris, you're always fast at, it seems like mile and a halfs. It seemed to be the big strategy, but this was a 2 mile, and I was talking to Garrett about it, about how the draft was very important here at the race, at this racetrack, especially being on the straightaways. He had mentioned the straightaways, front stretch or back stretch, which is it more difficult to try to maintain your pace with a guy in front of you or grab behind you?
I didn't think it was too bad. I was running about 3/4 throttle there right after the lap 50 caution or second stage, and just was running 3/4 throttle the whole run just to get into the fuel window for the end, and then clutching it going into 1 and 2 and clutching it going into 3 and 4, just to make sure that I could get into that fuel window. I don't know about everybody else, but that's what I was doing. I think looking back on it, I should have pit when Garrett pit. I think we would have been a lot closer together because I kind of saved it a little bit too much on that next lap that I went after Garrett, and then I pit the next lap and lost a little too much time and just burned him up, trying to get up to him and trying to get around the 84 and Bell, and it was just, the truck was done by then.
Well, you can drive it multiple grooves, but once you drive the tires off of it, you're just a sitting duck, and you're just going to hold what you got, right?
That's right.
All right, my man. Well, congratulations on at least being up there and having a better week this week, and most definitely it's going to be exciting to see what you do next week.
Yeah, that's Coda, right?
And it's Coda. Yes, sir.
I'm getting sick.
Coda's going to be next week. It'll be fun. You guys, I think you guys will enjoy it. But
yeah, we'll see.
All right, my man. We'll give you shout outs out there. I know that you got family out there.
Yeah, thanks to the wife for giving me the time. I have 3 kids that are in bed and cooperative, going to bed. and then also to the team, Ryan McDuffie, Jonathan Bell, Andrew Miletta, and we had Brad Williams tonight with us. So we were all working together on pit strategy and everything. But I'd like to thank Ryan McDuffie and Chris Johnson and JDR for the team spot, and look forward to more top 3 finishes and maybe a win.
Absolutely, man. I look forward to you getting a win. I'm probably going to be more excited than you will be, but because they'll be like, "Man, you finally did it!" And then
bridesmaid a little bit too many times in the past 2 seasons.
It's all right.
If I get it, you'll see a heck of a burnout. That's for sure.
It still counts, right? It still counts for points. That's what it is. You'll be there at the end. All right, my man. Congratulations, P2 finish, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, right, Chris Bedwell. He gets it. He knocks it down. He says bridesmaid too many times, but I'd be happy. That's just me. I would definitely be happy. And last but not least, the guy that drove from the back to the front twice. No, actually, I think it was only once. You started up pretty decently. You had the speed. You had the fastest lap of the race. And man, oh man, Mr. Jonathan Bell, kicking butt, taking names. And there's a reason why you won last season. You were the season champion last season, and that's because you know how to get yourself in and off pit road. And in my opinion, probably one of the best I've seen out there. Talk me through your race, my man.
I mean, it was pretty straightforward. It was a little sketchy first on for some reason. People were wanting the low line and block on lap 5 of the race, which was kind of interesting. But so once I got in front, it was clean air was kind of key. I didn't have a lot of practice leading up to it, so it was kind of filling it out. I forgot that this was on the tracks that changed the grip levels on the dynamic track, so I was kind of shocked at how top line it was, especially 1 and 2. 3 and 4 was different, but 1 and 2 is really top line heavy. But yeah, I went at the end of the second stage, right towards the end, I kind of got distracted by a lap car coming up right as I was about to cross the line, and I nicked the wall barely, and it gave me 20 seconds. So I decided 20 seconds of damage, so I decided to take it. That's why I started in the back.
Yeah, I went back and or when we were doing that, I was like, oh no, he's gonna win the stage, but he got up on the wall, and then when we saw what was going on there, it took a little bit of time in that 50 lapper to get yourself up there, but once you went in for your green flag pit stop, it seemed like whatever you were saving, you kind of just put it out the window and you started working your way around the track. Multi-groove for Autoclub here. The trucks kind of drive like super speedways. Did you find it easy to be able to control the line when you were leading? Which lane you could pull, kind of like what you would do at like Talladega or Daytona? Could you pull the traffic where you wanted them, or were you just kind of just driving your line?
I mean, early on you kind of can, but once the truck's tires wear down, they get kind of boggy. So your drive off is a lot slower. It's kind of hard to predict and help pull people up front. And with the way they, especially early on in the tires, it's kind of hard to tell like when it's going to start moving up the track. The bottom line, like towards the end of that last run towards the checker, like Chris and Garrett were running the bottom, and I just stuck to the top because that's where the clean air was at. The lap traffic kind of messed with it, and it was just early on. It's pack racing, and especially at the beginning of that second stage, it was a hornet's nest where we were at. We moved up here at where you're just kind of sitting there watching the show, and then eventually we got up into the show, and it was just. I mean, it had to be fun to watch from a broadcast point of view. And once I got back there, and the traffic car drove completely way different. And it was just a mess, really.
Some people do wonder, if you get stuck in the back, is it hard to get around people? And yes, it is. It's very hard. The reason why you see people fall back and you see these guys, you can see yourself going a lap down because you've got a whole ton of traffic in front of you that you can't really maneuver around. And so the leaders are coming. No. They're coming at speed. You've done it to folks in the past just the same. So. I did watch it. I was like, man, there were several times I was like, man, they're going to get into it. Oh, it's going to, no, didn't happen.
Because you can get the run off the corner and get below them, but the bottom line, especially in 1 and 2, is nothing. So even if you get underneath them, that's not where you want to be. So then there was one point I got to the bottom. I lost 3 spots in one straightaway because there was just no grip down there. I mean, you can run it depending if you arc the corner out and get down underneath there, but when your entry is too low and you have to enter low, you have no drive off, which is it's new. It's something new that we're all having to deal with because again, they changed this. Usually in the season pass, we did this last season. We just put it around the bottom the entire time, but now there's less grip in these trucks, less grip on the bottom to begin with too. So it's just it makes it more fun. It does, and then it doesn't at the same time. But I mean, it had altogether, it was a really it was. I had a lot of fun. I mean, I think that had to be the first time, besides the stage, that we went caution free, which just made the racing so much better.
That was a green to green. That's what it was. It's all about when it's all about fuel and tire strategy. That makes it an interesting race to me. Then again, I didn't give it out the helicopter award today, so we'll just we'll give it out tomorrow.
Oh, there should be one. There will be one tomorrow.
They're at Dover tomorrow. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm glad. That's one time I'm glad I'm not racing. I'm just sitting up on the pit box. So
yeah, you're gonna be out there spotting for your team. All right, my man. Congratulations, and hopefully we'll see you again next week. Coda's going to be a little bit of fun for you, but give your shout outs. We want to see what you got going on, man.
Just thanks to you for coming out every Tuesday and Wednesday and having fun watching the card pack. Sometimes it's always interesting too with that. So I appreciate you just doing what you do, and appreciate Toontown Customs for being on the truck every week. I'm glad we can always be up front, give them some airtime, and appreciate good finish ride. JDDT, we got a good stage in second, third, and I think definitely got seventh at the end. Someone ran out. So all in all, just thanks to everybody. Thanks to you, thanks to IDG, and thanks to Toontown. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Jonathan Bell, the reason why he's got a 5100 or 5200 rating is because he thinks about it like a real racer. You see it right there. Congratulations to him on a P3 finish today. And what a good run. I mean, green to green, they did a lot of fun. And I tell you what, these trucks were fast. And they were really fast. Everybody across the board, it was super fast. Gina, you are absolutely welcome for the happy birthday wishes. I appreciate you. I love you. I thank everybody out there for being a part of the Signature Esports family. I thank each and every one of you for being here each and every week, allowing me to do this. Not only, yes, these guys do pay me to broadcast their races, but it's, believe it or not, for the amount of work that you put in and the amount of stress that you put on your voice, it's not really that much. So, which I don't do it for the money. I do it. The money is just the incentive to help pay for stuff to do this. But for the most part, I thoroughly enjoy it. I get upset whenever races go wrong. I get upset when races, for drivers, whenever races just kind of go bad for them. But I thoroughly enjoy the aspect of racing. Card pools, we do card pools, we do gaming, we do all kinds of stuff. Opened up Signature Card Grading Authority, so that's new business for us over here at Signature Media. Signature Esports, a part of that. J Signature Photography and Printing, a part of that as well. So we got a lot of things going on in my life. And so it's nice to unwind at night and take care of things. So right here in the heart of Missouri, I do appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, if I don't see you, have a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good morning.